cat tree is there now. I did get an order finally the other day. I talk about like types of crochet that I want to try. Surprisingly, I have never made a granny square. Hello, my little strawberries. It is Friday, but it's been a minute since I've done like a declutter, but I also want to kind of rearrange things a tiny bit. So I have a filing cabinet and printer that I want to move over here. And then I had bought Sweet Potato a cat tree, like a not very big, kind of small one, that I want to put where the printer is now, because right now it's in the living room, but she's rarely in there. She's normally in here with me where I am, so I figured it would be like something else for her to like sit and lay on and stuff. So I had to figure out what to do with the bins. The top bin is from the Christmas tree that I had bought for Christmas Tree Lane and that I had in the background for a little bit. So that can technically go downstairs with all the Christmas stuff. But currently all the Christmas stuff is in bins still up here in the living room. So I'll probably just move that over in there with all the rest of the Christmas bins that still haven't made it downstairs, even though it's now February. And then try and figure out what to do with like this corner I have over here. I don't know what to do with it. So I'm going to try and rearrange some things, declutter a little bit.
I burned down the house with all my raging fire, 'cause you ain't around and the silence cuts deeper than wire. I lay my cards on the table, playing a game of fate, turning off the lights as I seal my own escape. Now let me see who's shouting the loudest. I ain't got time to lift you from your cloud. You dare to silence me, that's not allowed. Now you want to leave, then I'll take my vow. 'Cause love is a mess, I'm ready to break free. You made me believe love is chaos, misery. Yeah, love is a mess, I'm yearning to flee. Hey, love is a mess, love is a mess, can't you see? You want to forget, but I'm holding on to pain. Look at you sweat.
Okay, so I got it mostly decluttered, kind of. I have a lot of stuff, but not like good storage spaces and things. So like even though I try to declutter it, a lot of times it still looks cluttered anyways. That just is what it is. Cat tree is there now. Like I said, it's not very big. It is wider than I kind of thought it was, but I still managed to make it fit. I don't know how much she's actually gonna be on it, but I'm hoping moving it in here she'll use it more, maybe. This whole space is decluttered, but now I gotta do the whole other part of the room, because stuff that was over here I just kind of put onto the bed as a deal with later, but it's now later, so I kind of gotta deal with it. And I also gotta fold like 3 baskets of clothes, so that's fun. That's my day. Oh, I did get an order finally the other day. So it was for strawberries. We're all shocked, I know. And then this morning I called and I made my last payment on my truck. So that was exciting. So my truck is now completely paid off, which is crazy. But yeah. Okay, so it is Monday. It's about 1:50. Sweet potato is being a little nuisance at the moment. I am adding the strings, you know what I'm saying, to the oranges. But while I was doing so, I kind of want to talk about like types of crochet that I want to try. I know at the beginning of the year, I made my goal video and I talked about very specific crochet projects I wanted to do, but those were all like personal crochet projects, and it was just like a sweater and then those pillows, and those also require buying yarn, but I want to use up like my yarn stash and stuff. So I thought about like there's types of crochet that I want to try that I just kind of haven't yet, that I could use to use up some of the yarn that I have. I'm talking in a circle, but you get what I'm saying. So one of the types of crochet that I want to try is tapestry crochet, obviously on a small scale first, but I would love to eventually have the ambition and patience to do like a blanket, because there's 2 patterns, technically 3, but I'm only going to mention 2. They're both by the same person. So one is it's called Christmas Eve Wishes, and the other one is Halloween Dreams. Holiday themed, obviously. I am such a sucker for like holiday themed things. One of the things I've always wanted when I was growing up was to like have the money to completely like decorate the house for every every major holiday. So like Christmas, Valentine's Day, Easter, Halloween, Thanksgiving, kind of. Really just through the fall. Halloween, Thanksgiving is just fall. But anyways, but like those major ones, because it just seems like it would be fun. But that's why I really like those blankets. But I've never done tapestry crochet before. So, and I've never had to read a like crochet chart before either. So that's why I don't really, I need to learn how to do that. And so I'll probably dedicate a video to like tapestry crochet. And then similar but different to tapestry crochet is, this is not working, is Mosaic crochet, which my understanding is a combination of single crochets and double crochets, but like double crochets in the front loop or something along those lines. I vaguely understand it, not all that great though. But that's one I want to try. There's a shop on Etsy called Sixel. I might be saying that wrong. Sixel Home. And she has a lot of, like, her whole thing is mosaic crochet. That's what all her designs are. And I think one of my favorite ones is foliage. It's like these leaves. And I think it's really, really pretty. But again, I don't know how to mosaic crochet. So I thought that could be another video idea, is learning how to mosaic crochet. And then, surprisingly, I have never made a granny square ever.
What?
Which I feel like a lot of people kind of start out learning how to do granny squares, but I didn't. I don't even remember what I started. I started out with a cup cozy because it was just a rectangle of single crochets. And then I went from there and started doing coasters. So that's how I started crocheting. Because I learned to knit first, and I taught myself how to knit. I did scarves, because again, it was just doing the knit stitch back and forth until I kind of figured out the different stitches, and then slowly evolved from there and started doing hats. And I've made, you know, a few sweaters. And it took me a long time to learn how to crochet because my hands, because I learned to crochet, to knit first, my hands, when it came to crocheting, like, stopped knowing how to function. I swear, it was ridiculous. It took me quite a while. But then once I got the hang of it, I had the hang of it. But anyways, yeah, I haven't done a granny square. I've done the granny stitch, but not a granny square. But I do have a blocking, like a smaller blocking board that I bought myself with gift cards that I got from Christmas, specifically for, I'm having such a hard time with this. I can't talk and do things like this at the same time, but I'm trying so hard. But I bought myself a blocking board specifically, so, like a smaller one, so that I could have a thing to block granny squares on. So I do want to learn how to do granny squares, because there's this one like sunflower purse thing that I want to do that's granny squares. And then I would love to someday do the rainbow sunburst tote bag pattern, which again is granny squares. I think what intimidates me most about granny squares is sewing them together. But really that's it, and it's probably like, seems harder than it is kind of things. I don't know. I get into my head a lot about the randomest things. So, I don't know. So, that will probably be my next several videos. It's just like me learning how to do those different things and using up yarn from my yarn stash in the process. And then maybe some of the things I make I'll keep. Maybe I'll make something that's nice enough to put on my Etsy and sell. I don't know. We'll have to see. I was hoping to get through more than just not even one of these by the time I was done talking. But apparently that's not likely I'll just do the rest of these off camera, so that way you're not seeing the same thing for like the 3rd week in a row of me working on the same dang coasters. Which is kind of why I wanted to have this like sit down talk instead, because I was just like, I don't want to like bore you guys with the same thing all the time, because that's just annoying, you know? I don't know. But look, it's actually, I'm doing it somewhat correctly this time. For now, to like mess up again. Oh, there's also this other type. There's this other type of crochet that I can't remember what it's called. I came across it on TikTok. What is it called? Fillet crochet? It rhymes. Okay, yeah. There's also fillet crochet, which seems interesting. I'm not sure what I would make with it though. I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here. I will fix that later. If you made it this far in the video, you can leave your favorite emoji down in the comments, or if there's like another type of crochet that you think would be interesting for me to learn that could use up yarn, let me know down in the comments. If you like this video, hit the like button, and if you want to come along with me, be one of my little strawberries, then hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next week.